Good morning. Today is Saturday, February 8th, and we will be reading Exodus 35 through 37.
35 through 37. You have it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
35, 36,
And 37.
and 37. Very good. You ready, Tanner? Nathaniel, you ready?
Yes.
How about you, Catherine? Ready? Been busy over here. All right. And Gabriel, we have a thumbs up. All right. 35.
Sabbath Regulations. Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said to them, "These are the things the Lord has commanded you to do. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day you shall have a holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whoever does any work on it must be put to death. You must not kindle fire in any of your dwellings on the Sabbath day." Offerings for the tabernacle. Moses said to all the congregation of the children of Israel, "This is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, Take from among you an offering to the Lord. Whoever is of willing heart, let him bring it as an offering to the Lord. Gold, silver, and bronze, and blue, purple, and scarlet, fine linen, goat's hair, rams, skins dyed red, and the porpoise skins and acacia wood, oil for the light, and spices for anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, onyx, stones, and gemstones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate. Every skilled craftsman among you shall come and make all that the Lord has commanded. The tabernacle with its tent and its covering, its hooks and its boards, its bars and its pillars and its sockets. The ark with its poles, the mercy seat, and all the veil that conceals it. The table with its poles, and all of its utensils, and all the showbread. The lampstand also for the light, and its utensils, and its lamps, and the oil for the light. And the incense altar with its poles, and the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, and the hanging for the door at the entrance of the tabernacle. The altar of burnt offering with its bronze grating, its poles, and all its utensils, the basin and its stand. The hangings of the court, its pillars and their sockets, and the curtain for the gate of the court. The pegs of the tabernacle, and the pegs of the court and their cords. The woven garments for serving in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister as priests. Then all the congregation of the children of Israel departed from the presence of Moses. Everyone whose heart stirred him, and everyone whose spirit was willing, came and brought the Lord's offering for the work of the tent of meeting, and for all of its service, and for all the holy garments. They came, both men and women, as many as had willing hearts, and brought brooches, earrings, rings, and bracelets, all kinds of gold, jewelry, and everyone that offered an offering of gold to the Lord. Everyone who had blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and goat's hair, and red skins of rams, and porpoise skins, brought them. Everyone who was making a contribution of silver and bronze brought the Lord's offering, and everyone who had acacia wood for any work of the service brought it. All the women that were skilled spun with their hands and brought what they had spun, both the blue, purple, and scarlet, and the fine linen. All the women whose hearts stirred them to action and were skilled spun goat's hair. The leaders brought onyx stones and gemstones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate, and spice and oil for the light, and for the anointing oil, and for the fragrance incense. The children of Israel brought a willing offering to the Lord, every man and woman whose heart was willing to bring material for all the work which the Lord had commanded through Moses to be made. Bezalel and Oholiab. Moses said to the children of Israel, "See, the Lord has called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and he has filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, and all the manner of craftsmanship, to design artistic works, to work in gold, and silver, and in bronze, and in the cutting of stones for settings, and in the carving of wood, in order to make every manner of artistic work. He also put in his heart to teach both he and Oholiab, the son of Ahisamach of the tribe of Dan. He has filled them with the skill to do all manner of work as craftsmen, as designers, as embroiderers, in blue, in purple, in scarlet, and in fine linen, and as weavers, as craftsmen of every work, and artistic designers. Exodus 36. So Bezalel and Oholiab, and every skilled person in whom the work has put skill and understanding to know how to do all manner of work for the service of sanctuary, are to do the work according to all the Lord has commanded. Moses called Bezalel and Oholiab and every skilled person in whom the Lord had put wisdom, everyone whose heart stirred him to come to the work to do it. They received from Moses all the offerings which the children of Israel had brought to do the work of the service of the sanctuary, and they continued to bring to him free will offerings every morning. And all the skilled men who were doing all the work of the sanctuary came from the work they were doing, and they said to Moses, "The people are bringing much more than is needed for the service of the work which the Lord commanded us to do." So Moses issued a command, and they circulated a proclamation throughout the camp, saying, "Let no man or woman do any more work for the offering of the sanctuary." So the people were restrained from bringing any more, for the material they had was sufficient for all the work and more than enough to do it. Construction of the tabernacle. Every skilled man among those who were doing the work made the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twisted linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubim that were the work of skillful workmen. The length of each curtain was 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All of the curtains were the same size. He joined the 5 curtains to one another, and to other 5 curtains he joined to one and to another. He made loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set. He did likewise along the edge of the outermost curtain in the second set. He made 50 loops in the one curtain, and made 50 loops on the edge of the curtain which was in the second set. The loops were opposite one another. He made 50 gold clasps, and joined the curtains to one another with the clasps, so that the tabernacle was a unit. He made curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. He made 11 curtains in all. The length of each curtain was 30 cubits, and the width of each curtain was 4 cubits. The 11 curtains were all the same size. He joined 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves. He made 50 loops on the outermost edge of the curtain in the first set, and he made 50 loops on the edge of the curtain which joined the second set. He made 50 bronze clasps to join the tent together, so that it would be one unit. He made a covering for the tent out of ram skins, dyed red, and a covering of porpoise skins above. Then he made boards for the tabernacle out of acacia wood, standing upright. The length of each board was 10 cubits, and the width of each board was 1.5 cubits. Each board had 2 tenons, equally distant from one another. He did this for all the boards of the tabernacle. He made boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side. He made 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for its 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 tenons. For the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north corner, he made 20 boards, and there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. For the back of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards. He made 2 boards for the corners of the tabernacle at the back. They were doubled beneath and joined together at the top in one ring. He did this with both of them in both the corners. There were 8 boards with their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 under every board. He made bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 boards for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the back to the west. He made the middle bar to pass through the boards from one end to the other. He overlaid the boards with gold, and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. He made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. He made cherubim the work of a skillful designer. He made 4 pillars of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold with their hooks of gold. And he cast 4 sockets of silver for them. He made a hanging for the tabernacle entrance of blue, purple, scarlet, and fine twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer. And he made its 5 pillars with their hooks. And he overlaid their tops and their bands with gold, but their 5 sockets were of bronze. Chapter 37. Making the Ark of the Covenant. Now Bezalel made the ark of acacia wood. Its length was 2.5 cubits, and its width a cubit and a half, and its height a cubit and a half. He overlaid it with pure gold, inside and out, and made a gold molding for it all around. He cast 4 rings of gold for it on its 4 feet, which with 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other side of it. He made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry the ark. He made the mercy seat of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. He made 2 cherubim of gold. He made them of hammered metal on the 2 ends of the mercy seat, 1 cherubim on one end and the other, 1 cherubim on the other end. Of one piece with the mercy seat, he made the cherubim on its 2 ends. The cherubim spread out their wings upward, covering the mercy seat with their wings, with their faces toward each other. The faces of the cherubim were looking toward the mercy seat. Making the table for the showbread. He made the table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long and a cubit wide and a cubit and a half high. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and he made a gold molding for it all around. And also he made a rim for it of a handbreadth all around, and he made a gold molding for the rim all around. He cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put the rings on the 4 corners that were on its 4 feet. Close by the rim were the rings, the holders for the poles to carry the table. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold to carry the table. He made the utensils which were on the table, its dishes and its pans and its bowls and its jars, to be used in pouring out offerings of pure gold.
Wow.
Making the lampstand. Then he made the lampstand of pure gold. He made it of hammered work. Its base and its shaft, its cups, its buds, and its blossoms were of the same piece. 6 branches were extending from its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand from one side of it, and 3 branches of the lampstand from the other side of it. 3 cups, shaped like almond flowers, a bulb and a flower were on the first branch, and the 3 cups, shaped like an almond flowers, a bulb and a flower were on the next branch, and the same for the 6 branches going out of the lampstand. In the lampstand there were 4 cups made like almond flowers, its bulbs and its flowers, and the bulb was under the first 2 branches from it, and the bulb under the next 2 branches from it, and the bulb under the third 2 branches from it, according to the 6 branches coming out of it. Their bulbs and their branches were of the same piece. All of it was one hammered work of pure gold. He made its 7 lamps with its snuffers and its trays of pure gold. He made it and all of its utensils from a talent of pure gold. Making the altar of incense. He made the incense altar of acacia wood. Its length was a cubit, and the width of a cubit in the square, and 2 cubits high. Its horns were of the same piece. He overlaid it with pure gold, its top, its sides, all around, and its horns. He also made a gold molding for it all around. He also made 2 rings of gold for it, under its molding on its 2 sides, on opposite sides, to be places for the poles to carry it. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He made the holy anointing oil and the pure incense of sweet spices according to the work of a perfumer.
And that is Exodus 36, 37.
Every day.
Did you hear how much gold was used?
Yes.
Catherine, say bye.
Bye.
Have a wonderful weekend.